This is Susie Soul of BestRockList.com, and I'm here interviewing Mikey Carvajal of Islander.
You got my name right. Cool.
I have heard of you before, so.
Awesome. Yeah, most people can't pronounce the last name though. So.
Oh, what do they say, Carvajal?
They said all kind of stuff. One person in middle school, I remember, called me Mikey Corn on the Cob.
Oh.
So, but it's Carvajal, and then Spanish is Carvajal. So.
Just look at me.
So now you guys are on tour with Papa Roach and Cedar.
We are. It's been awesome. All the guys have been great to us. It's been a blessing to be out here and just, I don't know, watch what they do every night and try to become, you know, a better band every single night. Just trying to up our game.
You guys are a relatively new band, Islander. You guys are from South Carolina. But where does the name Islander come from then?
Our former guitar player, he had saw like a beer koozie or something from the Islander IPA sitting next to him one night, and he said, "Hey, why don't we just name the band Islander?" Because we wanted a one-word band name, and we didn't want people to like abbreviate it all the time. And we were going to be called Elders, but that was taken, and then we just decided to go with Islander. It doesn't mean anything. I think that all band names are kind of goofy. I don't know. So we're Islander.
Okay, all right. So there's no island sound going along with it. It's just.
It could be one day. I don't know.
Okay, so tell me about your hat and the Whosoevers. Tell me about that. I'm interested in what is that.
The Whosoevers is a non-profit organization started by Sonny of POD, Brian Head Welch of Korn, Ryan Reese, who used to be with Circa Clothing, and Fieldy from Korn is involved, and Lacey Sturm, who used to be in Flyleaf, she's part of it. They just go around to their local community, and they're like prisons and high schools across the nation and the world, and just share love with people and let them know what God's done in their lives, and they tell about how they met Christ, Jesus, and yeah, it's just non-profit. They're not making anything from it, they're just wanting to spread love.
So they'll go around to different schools. What interesting, okay.
Yeah, public schools.
Yeah, because I see that you're with it, and I see a lot of the guys on tour actually supporting it too. So
yeah, it's a movement. You know, it's like you don't sign up. It's not like a gang you get beat into or anything like that. It's you know, it's just something to showing love to people.
So now you were saying your name in Spanish. Is that your ethnicity? Is that?
Yeah, I'm half Dominican. My father's from the Dominican Republic. My mother, she's from South Carolina. She's just a southern white girl. And so, yeah, they got together, and here I am. So I'm half Dominican, half white. Whatever Adam and Eve were.
And all human.
And all human. All just a mutt, just like everybody.
So here's a question that kind of goes along with that. What kind of music did your parents listen to when you were growing up?
Wow. My mom listened to a lot of like Janis Joplin,
Okay.
and just hymns and stuff like that. And my dad, he listened to all kind of stuff. He listens to Sade, Nirvana. His favorite band is the band Live, Red Hot Chili Peppers, just all kind of stuff. He's all over the place. It's funny because there's nobody that's necessarily musical in my family, but they are all pretty creative, and just even if they don't know how to do something, they figure out a way to create something. So I've always heard my dad sing songs and make up songs without playing guitar and stuff. That's kind of what I do.
Okay, all right. So they sort of influenced you. What other influences do you think you drew on?
I met this kid in high school named Daniel Tapp. He's from our local scene back home, and he's just one of my best friends. And being around him and watching him create art and music, it was one of the most inspiring things for me, because he just has like a natural, just creativity that, I don't know, when he writes a song, he sits down and writes a song, and he might not even be trying to like make it for like a record or something, but it just turns out to be this like perfect pop hit, or like whatever, just in our own minds, because we hear it and we're just like, man, like if Weezer were to cover these songs or something, they would be like incredible. But they are incredible when he does it, but it's just, they're that good. So being around him and watching how he created choruses and songs, and he was the one that taught me. He was like how to write a verse, how to write a pre-chorus, a chorus, a bridge, and so I'd say that my biggest influence is just being around my best friend Daniel Tapp.
Oh, that's really nice. Does he does he have a band or he just writes?
He just write. He's had bands like in the past and stuff, and he just now put out a Christmas album with our friend John Farr. And it's like one of the best Christmas albums I've ever heard. He's one of those people. He's like I don't even know. He's like a mixture of like Paul McCartney, Daniel Johnston, John Legend.
Wow.
Like Rivers Cuomo.
That's crazy.
It's just insane. He's one of those artists that just makes all this stuff, and you're just like, man, like if you could have been discovered, or you still could be, but he's not pushing it or anything. But yeah, if anybody wants to search for Daniel Tapp or the Danny Tapp Folk Show or any of that stuff online, he's got all kind of stuff floating around.
What other kind of new music do you listen to? What other music do you listen to probably regularly? I know you're busy because you're on tour and stuff. But.
New music, I like the new Copeland record. They just released. I don't even know how to pronounce the name of the album. Just like some letters and put together into a word. I don't know. It's really good. I listen to a lot of like stuff I used to listen to because I haven't really been impressed by much that comes out now. So Zayo, Depeche Mode,
Okay.
POD, Slick Rick. This kid named Andy Mineo, he's kind of newer, I guess. He's a rapper.
Okay.
I like his music. Yeah.
Just everything, so an eclectic mix.
Bjork's got a new album coming out. I haven't heard yet. So
I haven't heard it
I'm
either.
really excited.
You're a fan of Bjork, huh?
Big fan. That's
Really?
one of
Okay.
the people I wanna meet. I just found out, I think last night, that the band that we're sharing a bus with got to open up for us.
Okay.
And I was like, what? Like, they said it was incredible. So yeah, I would like to open for Bjork, or at least have her on her next album as like a guest appearance if I can somehow contact her.
That'd be interesting. I'd really like to listen to that, see how that sounds.
I would too. She comes from like, she was classically trained growing up, and then she got heavily involved in like the punk scene, but she kind of did all this weird stuff, and I don't know, her brain when it comes to music and art, it's awesome.
It'd be something definitely different and new. So,
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Yeah, thank you
We
for
learned a
having
lot.
me. Thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you guys for listening. Keep rocking in the free world.
Thank you.
This is Mikey from Islander. You're watching BestRockList.com. Peace.